What opposition player from your league do you have the most respect for?
Well, this is my first time coaching in this league, so I think one of the players we're really going to have to watch out for is a recruit from St Bede's Mentone named Billy Hartung, who has previously been on the Kangaroos list last year, and he has joined them. So we're playing him this week, and he's going to be a very tough matchup.
What was your first pair of footy boots?
My first pair of footy boots when I would have been about 6 or 7 years of age in Horsham, and they were definitely Pumas.
What type of supporters are your parents?
My parents, my mum is crazy. She has never missed a minute of my playing days. She would travel far and away to get to my games, and very well known in the community for being a very, very good barracker. Loves to sit on the front fence and yell out a lot of nice positive stuff, but also some interesting things to the opposition.
Who's your footy hero?
The footy hero was easily Matthew Lloyd. I'm a mad Essendon supporter, so Lloydie was definitely one of my big favourites.
Favourite footy moment?
Apart from going to Essendon Grand Finals, I was lucky enough to go to the 84 Grand Final, the 85 Grand Final, the 1993 Granny, and then I topped it off with going to the 2000 Grand Final. They are absolute magic moments.
Which player, past or present, do you liken yourself to?
I liken myself to Chris Scott. If I was trying to model myself on a coach, Chris Scott seems to be the one I really admire. I love the way he presents in the media. Extremely articulate, so knowledgeable, forward-thinking, innovator. But yeah, seems to be really good at the strategy stuff, but also the building relationships with players side of coaching, and I really admire that sort of stuff.
Your most influential coach and why?
The most influential coach I ever had was a guy that coached me at St Bede's Mentone, whose name was Peter Geddes. And funnily enough, Peter Geddes actually coached Parkdale Football Club as well. So he coached me at St Bede's and then went on to coach Parkdale to an actual premiership. But he is a really, really strong motivator and a real relationship builder. I got on very well with him.
Your best asset as a player?
Look, I'd like to think that I'm good at building relationships. I like to think that I understand young blokes really well. Being a teacher as well as a coach, dealing with anywhere from 17-year-olds through to 30-year-old young men. I really love that sort of relationships you build with those, and the trust that you sort of instill in them, and then build very respectful relationships. So really like working with that age group.
Your worst?
I've really had to, in the last few years, work on some of my coaching strategies and how to teach those strategies to a suburban club. When you know, like things like where not all the players turn up every night, and you're doing strategy stuff knowing that there's probably 8 to 10 guys missing it, and you've got to follow up on that, and you just got to make it repetitive and keep it going. So getting better at instilling a game plan built on quite a bit of strategy, but also getting it to the level that you're actually coaching and making it pretty easy and keeping it simple.
What are you most proud of yourself for? Or what's your greatest footy achievement?
Personal football achievement. I think the best and most memorable game I ever played in personally was a preliminary final for St Bede's Mentone in C grade. We unfortunately lost the game, but I had my best ever game of football I can remember. I was a half-forward flanker that ran through the middle. And in the second half, we lost 2 midfielders, so I had to play on ball for the whole second half. And I was able to kick 6 goals as a midfielder, changing a bit on the forward line. But unfortunately, we actually lost that game and didn't make it to the granny. But fond memories of my individual game that day, but not of the team performance that day.
Get your GameFace on.